Hello, how are you? Today I brought you an amazing recipe for a delicious dessert with only 3 ingredients. It has no sugar, no type of flour, no gluten. It's dairy-free, lactose-free, 100% natural, very tasty, very easy to make, inexpensive. Stay until the end because you're going to love it. If you love easy, quick, and inexpensive recipes, you're going to love this channel. Take the opportunity to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I have new videos every day. You're going to love them. Let's get started with our recipe, and just a reminder, the ingredients, quantities, and nutritional information will be down below in the video description. The first thing I'm going to do here is blend the pineapple in the blender, which is the fruit I chose for this recipe. Just a reminder, I'm blending it here in my small blender. I'll use my hand to put it in since it's easier and prevents it from falling out and making a mess. What we want here is to turn this into a puree, like a juice, so we can move on to the next step. I'll put everything here, be back, we can hit it. So I've already put all the pineapple in here. Let's process it, let's blend it. Remember that pineapple contains bromelain, lots of fiber, vitamin C. It's a super healthy fruit. I have a video here on the channel talking more about whether pineapple makes you gain or lose weight. I'll leave it down below in the description. And a playlist of pineapple recipes if you like. I'll also leave it down below in the description for you. Look, it's already well blended. I'll show you here. It's going to turn into a juice. Don't strain this juice. See, it's more like a puree than a juice because we didn't add any water. Now I'm going to get my stove so we can move on to the second step. Hold on. I've already set everything up here, so now I'm going to pour our juice into the pan. Let me turn it on here because we want this to reduce a bit to become kind of like a pineapple syrup, but without sugar, without sweetener, without anything, because my pineapple was very ripe and is already naturally quite sweet. I don't think it needs any sweetening, but if you want to sweeten it, you have 2 options. Of course, you can use sugar or you can use a sweetener. I'm also going to add a bit of fragrant cinnamon to give it some flavor. The cinnamon is optional, but I personally love pineapple with cinnamon, not to mention that cinnamon helps with insulin sensitivity. So whenever I can, I like to add it. Our recipe here is completely free of added sugar, and I think it turns out naturally very sweet because it will reduce down and form a kind of jam from our pineapple, which was already quite ripe. If for you it's absolutely essential to add something else, you can use a non-caloric sweetener, stevia, xylitol, erythritol, or another one that's stable at high temperatures. You need to pay attention to that. Or a little bit of brown sugar, demerara sugar, or honey. Just remember that these will add calories and carbohydrates. If that's not a problem for you, that's fine. But if you're watching your calories or carbohydrates, it might not be the best option. Let's wait for it to reduce here. So coming back just to speed things up here, the pineapple has already reduced. Look, I'll show you the consistency, and I waited a bit for it to cool down before blending. I'm going to grab the cinnamon here while I talk. I waited for it to cool down because I'm going to blend it with the egg to make our flan. And if we blend hot pineapple with the egg, it'll turn into scrambled eggs, which is not what we want. So I'm going to get my large blender jar here because I need it to have a big enough capacity to blend and aerate everything well. Here I'm going to add our reduced pineapple, the pineapple juice that's already been reduced. When you make this delicious recipe, leave a comment on the video telling us how it turned out. I'm going to add a bit of water. The amount is listed below in the description, as always. I'm going to add the coconut milk. In fact, I even have a video here on the channel showing how to make coconut milk at home. Actually, not just coconut milk, but other plant-based milks as well. I'll leave the whole playlist down below because it might help you. We save money and it's 100% natural. And now I'm going to add the eggs. Since my blender is large, I'll take it over there to blend everything. When I come back, we'll pour it into the pan here. Let me just blend it so it gets nice and airy and mixes well. I'll be right back with it blended. I'll show you the texture it gets and talk a bit more about the pan. Hold on. So I've blended our mixture here. Everything is mixed together. Now I'm going to pour it into this pan of mine, which is non-stick, but I've caramelized it. You can caramelize with brown sugar, demerara sugar, or if you want to keep it sugar-free with no extra carbs or calories, you can also caramelize with xylitol, which works well, but that's totally optional. So I'm going to pour it in now. The smell is amazing. Make this at home. You won't regret it. Your whole family will love it. Look, we need to use a water bath in the oven. How does this water bath work? You take one of these containers, put the other one inside it. Now, with the shiny sides facing in, cover it here. See, it'll be sealed tightly so no water gets in. I'll seal it better later. I'm just showing you here. And we pour the water on the side. See, not inside here, but on the side. I'm not going to add the water here now because I'm going to take it to bake and it would get too heavy. Normally, I do this right there in the oven. But you should know that the water should come up to about halfway up the container or a little less so it bakes evenly and the heat is distributed better. I'll be right back with the baked flan to show you the texture and how long it took. Hold on. How beautiful this pineapple flan of mine looks. No sugar, no flour, no cornstarch, nothing. The smell is wonderful. 50 minutes. That's what I was trying to remember to tell you. It was 50 minutes in the oven. Let's cut a piece so you can see what it looks like inside. Come here. I really want to show you its beautiful texture and just how incredibly soft it is. I'm going to grab my spatula here so we can lift it up. Look at the texture of this flan. Wonderful. It even looks in appearance like that flan made with condensed milk, except this one has no sugar at all. It's just fruit, eggs, and coconut milk, of course. It's our piña colada flan. Tell me down below, what's your favorite flan? Have you seen the dessert playlist here on the channel? There are lots of options there. I'd love to see your comment here. Give the video a like because that helps me out, and share it with anyone who needs it. Let's spread this chain of kindness together. That's what I want for the channel. There's no way to resist. I love this flan. See you next time. Bye.